Man, what's up, everybody? And of course, this is your man, G.I. Mo, aka Non GMO, and I am joined by.
The Blue Phoenix. And guess what it is, y'all? Guess what it is? Guess what it is?
Both sides of the coin.
Well, welcome back, everybody. I know it's
What's
been a
happening?
while. It's been a minute. How have you been?
I have been tired as dog shit. And I don't know if dog shit ever gets tired. You would know.
No,
Does
I
dog
was going
shit
to
ever
say,
get
it
tired?
doesn't get tired, it just stinks. That's all.
Well,
It
like,
dries out.
well, I tell you what, fighting from fucking Tacoma Park. I mean, fighting from downtown DC all the way to Tacoma Park every goddamn day.
Hey,
Taking
Zena,
my knuckle.
Zena.
What's up, Zena?
We
Taking
missed
my
you
knuckle.
too.
Yeah, taking my knucklehead son all the way up there and then fighting traffic back through. Yeah, I can. The highway and traffic makes you such a bigot. I am so sick of being able to call out the race of a person or the hue of a person by the way they drive. It is the most upsetting thing that it's starting to wear on me. Like
I'm gonna
I've
tell you
wondered.
that he is telling the truth. Okay, I have ridden with this man. He is telling the truth. He's always right. He calls it every time.
Gets on my goddamn nerves. African people with these goddamn Ubers. I don't even know where the hell you got your license from. I keep bringing this up. I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I hate y'all driving, y'all. I don't give a damn about y'all asses being behind the wheel. Y'all cause mass confusion. You're either driving slow or you're cutting people off left and right. I swear to God, yeah. I swear to God. I see why. I see why people. Yeah, I ain't even gonna say it.
Yeah,
I ain't
yeah.
even gonna say it.
Just leave it alone.
I ain't even
Just
gonna
leave it
say it.
alone. Just
And
leave it alone.
then it's this new wave. It's this big ass new wave of little Hispanic women in big ass excursions.
Mm-hmm.
I have been noticing this shit for the past month.
Everybody
I be
driving.
thinking the fucking car self driving, and then when you get up to it,
Yo, I've been noticing that in Virginia a lot.
man,
Oh my
what
gosh.
what the fuck
It was
for?
it was one lady, she was trying to let me go make a left. And I'm looking, I'm like, man, this car's come on the other side of you. I'm not getting hit for you. And she was like, okay. I
Oh
was
my
like, oh my
goodness,
God, you can't. Oh my gosh.
this shit is ridiculous. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why. Oh, this is AT&T trying to call me back because I've been having technical difficulties with this fuck ass phone over here.
Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Sorry, everybody. You got to see the forearms and shit. But yeah. But other than that, though, I don't understand what that little Hispanic women in big ass trucks. I swear. Hey, look, it's the dead ass truth, Kendra. Like I swear to God, my mother's, and I keep saying this. She's four
Yeah.
foot 11. She's 4 foot fucking 11, yeah. But she drives a mid-size SUV, so she sits up. And she has pedals that come to her, and the
What?
seats raise up. Yeah, they raise up and everything, right? So she
Wow.
looks taller than what she is in the car. You know what I
She get
mean?
out, everything comes down, and she slide out the truck.
Oh my goodness. But
Like,
when
what's that?
it's retarded. It's retarded. Well, it's how can I put this? It's irritating to me. It's irritating because luckily I'm in an SUV now. You know what I'm saying? Well, a higher, taller SUV. But yeah, it's like why the hell?
Hi, Marjorie.
Like, how the hell do they see over the steering wheel? You ain't that goddamn
She
short.
said, I can't judge. I'm short as fuck, and it won't be.
But see, hold on now. This makes a difference. This makes a hell of a difference when it comes to height and seating, okay? Because I know women that are short, but when they sit down, they're taller than me because of their butt,
Mm-mm.
because of
Mm-mm.
their ass cheeks. Now,
Mm-mm.
sister, I'm dead ass. It makes all the difference. Women who are short need to work on their ass cheeks. Your ass cheeks will raise you up. It's like a booster seat that's attached to you, yeah? Like real
That's
shit.
true. I've seen it. I've seen it. Like, you get pushed
Yeah.
forward, and you like this.
Man, hell, the hell with that. I've sat next to dudes that I didn't even know was 6'10" until they stood the fuck
Yeah,
up. I
because
was
they
like, this
slouch. I don't know. You got slouch. That's
what?
so weird. don't hate on the vertically challenged. We're not hating. We're just commenting on
Yay. Are
certain
you
aspects
are
of
you
it.
his are you an Hispanic from South America?
No, but
Vertically
she's
challenged
a
woman?
vertically challenged black light woman.
Because they don't come with no ass to boost them up. You know what I'm saying? All they got is a real long back. It connects straight to the legs. It's all crack.
Oh
That's
my
what it
gosh.
is, yeah.
Oh my
Real
gosh.
shit.
They're
Real
Barbie.
shit. Yeah, and they wear them skirts, them long ass skirts. They be them older ladies driving with like this. Then they look at you. Who the fuck can drive with two hands? Anybody in here that can drive with two hands, let me know. Let me know how you turn with two hands.
Slowly and fidgety and
That's bull shit.
basically,
One
yeah.
arm is gonna get in the fucking
Yeah,
way of the other one.
because
That is
they do
hard.
they do like this with both their hands. So the truck or car is like uh uh uh. This, you know what? This is crazy.
Nah, fuck that. I see anybody driving with two hands, I'm jumping out while you're driving.
Well, you ain't gonna hurt yourself because that means they driving slow as hell.
Man,
You
hell
just
no,
basically
that
open the door
turn.
and walk
I gotta
out
wait till the turn. I gotta wait till the turn comes up. Because
because
that
the
don't mean they're
turn
not
is
driving fast as
slow.
hell. That don't mean they're not driving fast as hell. Because I've seen some women that now straight away I understand two hands because you bracing to kill somebody or you hoping that the airbag don't take you out. See, little women, I don't understand why I always see little women driving fast, knowing damn well that airbag gonna fucking jettison your ass out the back window. Stop playing with me, man. You right there at it. You right there at the motherfucking airbag. You ain't even got your chest in front of you. Fuck you, man. What you hiding from? What the hell?
That was the damn steering wheel and the airbag. Oh my
It's
god.
all good. So everybody out there, we have a beautiful guest. We have Laniqua Jenkins. She's going to be coming on at 8:30, and she is running for DC Councilwoman. I would like to
At
say it like
large.
that.
She's going at
At
large.
large, yes, which
Hmm.
is dope. So make sure. I think that's in Ward 8. I think they're running for, right? Your neck of the woods, correct?
Yeah, they're doing, yeah, because Trayon White is at large in
Okay.
Ward 8. But yeah, so they'll be doing that soon.
Yeah, I just
Hmm.
seen him the other day over at Howard. I was riding
That's
through with
another
the little boy.
shorty.
Yeah. Oh man, he come to my hips. That's all weird. It's all weird. I feel like a new bow around him. I need to keep short and you around so I can feel dark skin. Him so I can feel like Shaquille O'Neal. Yeah,
Hold up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh my
yeah,
God. Don't be doing that. We are the
yeah.
same complexion in person. A little bit.
I need
Almost.
one. I need one real thin son of a gun next to me so I look like goddamn Incredible Hulk.
Oh
That's
my
what I'm trying to
God.
do. So I gotta, that's how women do. Tell me women don't do that.
I
Y'all don't
don't.
do that.
No.
Women do that. They keep certain friends
Some
around so
women
that they can
do.
get.
Some women
Oh,
do.
okay.
But
Yeah.
for the most part, I don't, because I kind of fit in all criteria except for the thin one.
It's all good. How was your week so far?
It's been pretty good. It's been busy. Hey Carlita. Tell Dad I said hey. Um,
Hola.
it's been busy. I had a long night Monday night. I didn't get home. I didn't get off till 10 o'clock Monday night.
Mm.
But it's been pretty good. I took my brother with me today, and I forget sometimes I go into musical mode, and so I just start singing and doing all types of stuff and dancing in the car. And so I was singing something, the Black National Anthem, and then I started singing the national anthem. And
What
so
is that?
the United States anthem. Oh, say, can you see? Blah, 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 blah. So I was just singing everything. And so when I got to the end, close to the end, my brother comes in with his deep voice, for the land. I'm looking like, oh, you're musical. Let's go. So after he jumped into that, it was on and popping. I had fun today. We had a good time. My brother came, he's been down here for a couple of weeks. So it's been fun. I had pretty good fun today. But for the most part, my week's been okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Nice to do what?
Must be nizzle. Because I'm
to
telling you,
do.
well, you know what? You know what's crazy? I think my 40-year-old age is kicking in because I have been going the fuck to bed. You hear me?
Oh, I
First of
do.
all,
When I come in the house, that's what I do. After I get the kids situated, I pass out. But
no. See, I'm kind of I'm jive lucky, so I'm complaining about that drive and shit. But I'm kind of lucky in that aspect is that I deal with the driving. You know what I'm saying?
me
But
too.
I don't deal with the actual dealing with the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
afterwards. So when I get in here, I am doing the three S's. I'm shit, shower, shaving, and I am blacking out. I have been like going to bed early, early.
Mm.
Like soon as I get in, I'm out. You know what I mean? I've been sleeping. God damn, I could say what is it? Probably about 8, 9 hours.
That's
You know what I
good.
mean?
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah. So I feel refreshed. I feel refreshed.
Good.
Yeah, but that cold has been kicking my ass lately. I don't know why, but all of a sudden, like this winter has been feeling the worst, and it ain't even cold yet. It's only
Yeah,
like
for real.
42
That's why I'm
degrees.
looking at you like, what?
Yeah,
Of all
especially
people?
yeah, especially when me working outside. You know what I'm saying? It's different. You know what I mean? And then the weight loss and shit. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit different. So
Oh,
yeah,
so you feel like me outside right now. Is that what you're
yeah,
saying? I've
yeah.
been
I
in
don't have a.
training. I've been in training. I'm trying to train myself to get adjusted to the cold.
Mm.
It's okay. It's been working, but I still have like 4 layers on.
Man, even with all them layers, my nipples still be chafed. I be like, how the fuck my nipples chafed? And I got on 4 layers of
It's
goddamn.
winter time. It doesn't matter. I mean,
My,
it's the that breeze come through. It don't. Oh, believe me, you ain't the only one.
my
Coconut
lips
oil
chapped.
or shea
My
butter. When you
yeah, my
get
lips
home,
chapped.
do
Yeah.
all of that.
It make you want to wear the mask and shit. Fuck you, man. I be outside for no fucking reason, looking retarded and shit with a mask on and shit.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, hell yeah. So what do we have today? I know I heard that we had a article sent to us. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Let me go back in there because can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay. So Zena Rose, our beautiful Zena, sent us an article, and it was basically talking about Toby and Fat. Toby Nwigwe. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. And his wife Fat. They were talking about their love story, and basically, it was talking about how Fat basically chased him until he finally gave her a chance, and
Okay.
they're having a problem with that, and they say one lady was like, I like their music, but no ma'am, he literally told the world he hated her, and she basically changed for him. But their story is really cool. Their relationship, their marriage, the way they honor each other, and just outright respect. And so for this to come out, and now everybody's upset because they basically were saying she chased him. um it's kind of strange. So they have a YouTube page, a YouTube show called Forever Twisted. So anybody
Mhm,
wants to go and check them out on YouTube called Forever Twisted.
mhm.
But I want to get into or ask this question, and I hope I'm asking it right, Zena. If you have another way to ask that question, go ahead and put it in the comments. But is it right for a woman, if she really is, likes this guy, or really wants to be involved with him, to chase him?
Um, I see no problems with it. The problem, what's going on, Adonis? The problem that we're having with this
Hey,
subject matter,
Donis.
and the reason why women are going so ape shit over it, because I heard about this, and the reason why women are going so ape shit over it is because women are confused as fuck.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, because nowadays we have the days and the years of independence. Women can do what they want to do. A man can't tell them to do shit. Um, and at the same time, you still want a man to chase you, but we
Hmm.
can't tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of weird to me because I thought that women would at this, at the point where they didn't care anymore. You know what I mean? There's women getting down on one knee. You know
Yeah, I
what
was
I'm
just about
saying?
to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, to marry men that they feel that they want to that they want to date. I me uh She said same women, some women still feel they shouldn't approach men. That is a catch 22. Now I can understand
Mm,
like the 40 and over, but even with that, I'm starting to see that there's a lot of confusion, mass confusion amongst that because
mm,
the 45 and up are
mm.
still feeling like they still got it. You know what I'm saying? These days they got BBLs and all this shit going on, trying to compete with the youngins. You know what I'm saying? So to me personally, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, I think women should do that more often.
Show your
Now,
interest, pursue.
yeah, I mean, pursue him. Now, okay, so let's talk about because how do you feel about it? Excuse me.
Well, I don't have a problem with it. Now, I think there's a difference from pursuing someone because you're interested in them and kind of like obsession and stalking. I think there's the difference. Now, I think for her, men chase women all the time. Yeah, they do. And I think for her, she just really loved him. And you know, sometimes we tend to see things in men, hey Angel, that you know, you guys don't see yet. We tend to see the future. We tend to see these things before y'all acknowledge it. So I'm not sure if that was the case with her, but I honestly don't have a problem with that. If you really are interested in somebody, I think you should
Mhm.
tell this person. I don't think you should wait. Hey, quick. Um, that's like a missed opportunity. Just like it takes a lot for you guys to come and approach a woman because you never know how the rejection is going to go, or you know, different things like that. I think it would be easier if a woman is interested in a man to go talk to him, go tell him, because he
Uh-huh.
might be interested in you. You just never know. So I don't
Right.
find that an issue. Now with the proposal part, I'm kind of 50-50 on that, you know.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. So let's do this. Let's do this because this is where it starts getting tricky at, right? It starts getting tricky because I think that, excuse me, I think that a lot of women are wondering because women put time frames
Mhm.
on when when a man is supposed to actually show interest and or
Mhm.
you know what I mean reciprocate that chasing. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That chase now. Um, what was the actual? Did they give a year, a time frame of how long she was,
I didn't
supposedly
I don't
chasing him?
I don't remember because I had this the other day and I didn't go back and reread. But I'm not sure. Zena says basically, Fat had a thing for him. They tried. He ain't really wanted. They became friends, and then he realized she was all he wanted. Yeah, that
Okay,
happens. That
okay,
happened.
okay. Well, more it happens a lot because
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure within that article they said that they became friends
Yeah, she said. Yeah,
first.
they became friends. Yeah.
They were friends first, right? So
Hmm.
then eventually it's just like an ugly ass dog. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People grow on you. You know what I'm saying? People will grow on you. You look at them differently and you see them in a new light. He probably had an epiphany when he seen her interested in somebody else and or she did something real fly on the track. And he was just like, oh shit. They had a
That them glasses got smacked off. He was like, "Ooh, I see you now. I hear you." Yeah. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Now, Zena said that he held back because he expected some fantasy, euphoric experience, but didn't feel that with her until he proposed. Whoa, ho, ho, ho. I'm confused.
What?
I'm confused. I'm confused with
Okay,
that one.
so I think I missed that part.
I
Okay,
think
so
I
wait a
need.
minute. He was looking, basically, he was looking for that feeling, that magic. He was looking for that. He didn't feel it until he proposed to her. So what made him propose? So basically, the stability, I guess, the peace, everything that she offered him, but he still didn't feel that connection, maybe. So he was willing to take her for who she was, or you know what she was to him without that feeling. And then once he proposed, he got the feeling. That is something.
That is a damn lie. That is a goddamn lie. I don't want to hear that. It's just like that. But I don't know. I don't know, maybe because he said a euphoric feeling when he proposed to her. I'm gonna need y'all to talk to me until Phoenix comes back. A euphoric feeling. This I need to. I'm trying to get. He felt high after.
I guess the rush. Some some people. I don't know. I guess maybe a rush of love, maybe a rush of wow, this is it or something. I don't understand. Euphoric usually means heightened sense, heightened, you know, space. I'm not sure what he meant by that.
Or maybe because she got pregnant. Nigga, child support will make
No.
you feel euphoric as fuck, nigga. I
Ah,
know. Okay.
ah, hold
Child support will make you feel like cheaper to keep her.
up. You
I
know
got a
what?
music career
I don't
coming up.
think
Let's
she
go,
go.
nigga.
I don't know. I'm done with you right there.
Hey, you know what? Hey,
It
see,
will
and
make
that's
you
kind of,
second guess some things though, but
hell yeah. Hell fuck yeah. Oh, she pregnant? I feel
mm-mm.
euphoric, y'all.
You
Turn that
know
thing
what?
red.
I see the magic. I see the stars right there.
Yeah, I
Boom, boom,
see it,
boom.
baby. Hey, fat, we gonna go all the way,
You
baby.
stupid.
All the
But
way.
you can tell, you can honestly tell, and I don't care what nobody says. What'd you say? He was looking for the movie butterflies, but she was a more comfortable love. Okay.
Okay.
But I don't care what anybody says. I don't care how fake. Um oh,
So
okay,
they
cool.
wait, hold on. When you say celibate the second time around, so
Yeah,
they already
because
had
they
sex.
dated. No, yeah, they tried it and it didn't work, so they became friends. They just was
Okay.
friends and then they end up, yeah.
Mhm.
But you can tell how a person love each other if it's real love or it's just stunned love in a picture.
Okay.
They say a picture's worth 1,000 words. That's true.
Mhm.
Also, how people interact with each other, how much they encourage or how well they speak of each other. So you could just really tell, even though it took him that long, that he really, really loves her. Like it's real, it's not fake. And she loves him too. It's really cool watching them. I really like watching them. I like his music. I like their music because she's an artist too. They're just a really, really cool couple. They're really
I
cool and they're
I think,
family.
but I think the key thing is that the tricky part about the article and how they worded it was that they said that she was chasing him. We can't say that she was chasing him because they had dated prior to.
Well,
You know
she
what I mean?
pursued him, and the word chase makes people see words are important. Was probably the celibacy for him to see her as a person. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But words are important, just like submission. When women hear submit, they go crazy.
Mhm.
Chase is like you're chasing this person, like they're running from you. So
Right.
to hear that word chase, like, oh, he didn't want to be with her, da 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 da. No, she pursued him because she was interested in him. They dated, it didn't work. So they just remained friends and they became really great friends. And then
Mhm.
here comes
They
people,
had sex before.
yeah, they
Okay,
were
they had
dating.
sex
Yeah.
before.
Hmm.
Okay, so and just like Kendra said, and just like they had brought out in the article, the celibacy
Hmm.
and a lot of women. She said she tried again the second time with him because he was always honest with her, even when it hurt her feelings. So they had the trust as the foundation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now,
That's
now
important.
I get that, but it had to be it had to become to a point where she was ready to be with a friend. You know what I'm saying? Or be a friend. And most
Hmm.
women nowadays ain't trying to be no fucking friend.
Hmm.
Ain't no, I ain't heard a woman yet that's just sitting around like, I just want to be your friend for a while. You going, and then, possibly nobody lets anything flourish or grow anymore. It's very microwave age. It's
But
very
that's
push
not
and pull.
what you're taught. You're not
Mm,
taught that you should have a friendship. And a lot of people honestly believe that you and your spouse or you and your partner not supposed to be friends. You're
mm,
not supposed he not supposed to be your friend or she's not supposed to be your friend. She got friends, y'all supposed to be together. But how you gonna be with somebody if y'all can't laugh together, you can't talk together? If you're gonna take everything serious, every time somebody says something to you, I don't want to talk to you. How can you not joke with your significant other? This doesn't make sense. You have to have that friendship. A friendship is a foundation. You have to have that.
right.
It doesn't make
And
sense.
and it's just like what my father said, and I always reiterate this, and this is something that's in my head. Once the ass gets broken and or something detrimental happens to your
But it
health,
crack.
when you because literally when you see older people when they
Yeah,
always arguing and they always in separate rooms and shit,
they
it's
don't know
because
each other.
they hate the fuck out of each other because they've been so used to raising kids being
Mm-hmm.
confused, never living life together, and they just
Mm-hmm.
keep bringing kids and kids and kids into it. And then finally, when everybody leaves the nest, they're
They
fucked. They
don't.
just
They
like,
don't.
who is this motherfucker?
Yeah, they don't know each other.
Like what the
And that
fuck?
happens a lot because you get in the motion, you get in the routine of taking care of the house and take care of the kids and working and paying bills, and you never remember each other.
Right.
And then you don't remember yourself. That happens a lot. And I think it's important if you make it your business or you make your spouse your business and you make, if you make each other your business, you'll always have that connection. So when everybody leaves, you're like, God, fuck, now we can run around naked. We can turn this room into something we can do. Those people last because they made each other a priority.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. When it comes to that, what does the women in the audience truly think about this? Like, I see y'all giving y'all opinion on, key points, but in y'all minds, truly, each individual lady that is paying attention right now, how do you feel about being able to? Okay, never mind. We'll hopefully we will revisit this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we actually have our guest in the back. Excuse me, everybody. Laniqua Dominique Jenkins, everybody.
Well, hello, Miss
All right.
Jenkins.
Hi,
Welcome, welcome.
everyone.
Hopefully soon, Madam Jenkins.
So how have you been?
I've been doing really, really well. Everyone's looking good, looking fabulous.
Yes,
And
indeed.
you
Yes,
are
indeed.
too. Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Thank you. How are you all sun-kissed in the summer? In the winter, everybody's glowing.
I mean,
I work outside.
yeah, me
Oh,
too. So.
fantastic.
My feet don't match my face at all. So don't worry. No worries. See this?
OMG.
See this? See this?
He's
This is
pale.
two different people.
Oh, goodness.
How did he get away with the robbery? He had his arms out, face covered. They would never know. They would be
Hmm.
like, man, that's a dark skin. No, I am. It's all good. So you are running for councilwoman in Ward 8, correct?
No, so this is
Oh,
really
okay.
important. I'm glad you said that because DC has a very unique political structure,
Uh-huh.
whether you're from here or not. So this is a very elementary explanation. So forgive me if it's not really detailed. Forgive me if you already know it, but just humor me and listen for like 2 minutes as I try not to bore you. So first is the mayor, which is like the president of DC in terms of positioning, right? Then there is the chair of the at-large. Then there's the position that I'm running for. They represent all 8 wards of the district. And then there are 8 council members. There's 1 per ward that represents each specific ward. If you're in Ward 7, that's Vincent Gray. If you're in Ward 8, that's Trey. And then there's the ANC, which is kind of like the first responders of local government. And they have about 2,000 people roughly. So remember, my name's Laniqua Dominique. At large, all 8 wards of the district. So it doesn't matter where you live, you can still vote for me. And you get 2 votes. I'm confident that I should be your first. So
Hold
name
on.
on the
Mo, you're
I
muted.
was buffering.
Yeah, you're buffering and Mo's muted.
Yeah, I could tell that you are definitely living in DC with the reception that you have. It's really bad. It's like now that's
No, it's real though. It's real. Because I'm in Southeast and you know.
So let's get a little background on you. Where are you
Okay,
originally from?
So I was born and raised in Brandon, Florida.
Mhm.
However, DC
So good. Everybody bear with us. Okay. Whenever she comes back, I hope everybody bears with us. We are waiting. Rock should probably be popping back up in the backstage. Um, yeah. I've known Laniqua for a long time.
Oh, cool, cool.
Yeah, very long
That's
time.
cool.
Yeah,
And
we
that's
practically.
go ahead.
Yeah, we used to hang. I used to hang out at the bar all the time, like just cooling. You know what I mean? The cool people. You know what I mean? Everybody was
Uh,
artists, musical artists. You know, things like that. So yeah, really chill. I can't wait for her to come back and be able
yeah, that's
to
gonna be cool. It's
explain it.
interesting that she's going at large. So, oh, here
There we
she is.
go.
Hello.
So y'all was just gonna talk about me like I wasn't gonna log back in.
No, man, we was waiting for you to come back to give us
You
all this
jinxed
beautiful
it. You jinxed
information.
it. Talking about the internet in the district.
Yeah.
So I just want everyone to know that that has motivated me to give thought to my first piece of legislation, which would be accessible internet in all 8 wards. I say that
Thank you.
jokingly and seriously, but something needs to be done considering that so many students are learning virtually. So
Most definitely. Most
so
definitely.
what's so interesting, I came in on the tail of you saying that you thought it was interesting that I was running for at large. And then I guess I can give a response to the initial question that Mo
Please,
asked.
by all means, go
Me
ahead.
first?
Please.
Please, please. Okay. So I'm originally from Florida, Sunshine State. I think that's why I have so much Southern hospitality. Um, and I think that I would like to think that I have a very inviting energy. It's definitely my Southern roots. However, DC is the longest place that I've lived in my adult life. I've been here for over a decade. It's very special to me. I love it. I definitely see it as home. I loved it so much that I invited my mother, my father, my sister, my brother to come here and make it home as well. I have 8 nieces and nephews that are navigating DC public education space. So this is our home now. I lived in lots of different parts of the city. I've lived off of South Capitol Street
Oh Lord, that's a busy
and
street.
Southeast. I've lived off of Benning Road. Um, and currently I'm a homeowner in Northeast in the Deanwood community, in the historic
Okay.
and beautiful Deanwood community. I even lived on Capitol Hill for a little bit, which is where I met
Yeah,
Mo.
that's just
That's
southeast.
what you're going by now? You're going by Mo? I keep trying to
Nah,
like
it's
socialize myself, not
you
to.
can call me whatever you want. That's just a name.
This
That's a
is his
nickname. That's my DJ
moniker.
name. Yeah,
That's
this is
his
just a
moniker.
name that was given. Yeah. But you
Okay.
met Alan. She knows Alan. Yeah, there you go. I say it for you.
She was
Man.
treading lightly on the Allen part.
I mean, I'm just I respect pronouns, individuality, and allow people to show up authentically. So if you introduce yourself to me as GIMO, you are GIMO. I'm in community with that. So
So,
yeah.
you know, explain to us like some of the policies or I guess legislation that you plan on like, paying attention to, other than the internet.
Implementing or trying to get past or what and to add to that question, what do you think needs to be removed? If you
Wow.
can go there without it being too controversial for you.
Okay, so you say if I can go there without it being too controversial for me. It's always going to be controversial. The level of work that needs to be done, the level of honesty that's needed to show up, um, the urgency for honest storytelling, like all of that is going to be very rattling because I think it's something that's not happening enough and it needs to be normalized, particularly in legislation. So there are lots of things that I'm very pointed towards. I care about environmental justice. That's a big ticket item for me. It's really important to me. I want people to think about where they get their food, how we source it, how we dispose of it. I'm really big on zero waste. I would love to see that implemented in a much larger scale. I think DC is walking in the right direction, but it definitely needs to be tweaked, watered, and looked at very closely because we're lagging, and we definitely have the opportunity to shimmer and shine and be an example, not just in green development, but just across the board. I'm a children's book author, so literacy
Oh,
is
okay.
on the top of my list. Unfortunately, DC literacy rates for Black males, elementary school age, has not increased in the past 10 years. That's really gutting to say out loud. When you look at the illiteracy rates for children and children, it's embarrassing. That definitely needs to change. I mean, DC is pushing primarily skilled labor, and it's difficult for young people or working class people or any folks in the district to compete if they don't have foundational skills like reading and writing. So that definitely needs to be addressed. Of
Okay,
course.
go ahead. I'm
Oh,
sorry. Finish
listen,
and then I'll ask the question. No, go ahead and finish. Go ahead.
okay, so y'all got to cue me, give a thumbs up. I'm super talkative,
Oh
so
no, you go ahead and talk. I'm
you
not gonna
guys.
forget the question. Go ahead.
Okay, awesome. I'll just share like one or two more. Affordable housing is important. Public safety and infrastructure, green infrastructure, accessibility is very important, and making sure that our communities can be navigated by all bodies. I don't want to be ageist and ableistic. I know people are always talking about bike lanes, bike lanes. Well, we need to think about how all bodies navigate the city. Is it wheelchair accessible? Can people use adaptive equipment? Can they use crutches? Can moms push, strollers, or can parents push strollers to get to bus stops or metros or to doctor's appointments? Like, we need to navigate our cities, our neighborhoods in smarter and more effective ways. And that's it. That's all. That's really not all. I'm just stopping.
Yeah, I know you just pausing for a second. I get it.
I have to give enough academic muscle where
Mhm.
your audience knows that I'm capable
Mhm.
of doing the job, because I feel so prepared just from a university perspective, but also from my
Okay.
lived experience. So I'm trying to show that duality, because I know politics isn't everybody's thing, but it's definitely my thing. And I want everybody to get excited and vote for me in June.
You heard what she said. So let's go back to literacy. Now I noticed, because I am a mom and I have homeschooled before the pandemic, and of course I had to do it when the shutdown happened. Do you think that the scores that are documented are accurate scores? Because I noticed a lot of children, because it's so many tests that happen throughout the year for the kids. A lot of children don't do well on tests, but in the classroom and at home, they're great. So do you think that the test scores or the statistics on literacy, for especially for boys, because our boys are very smart, they're very intelligent. Do you think they're accurate? Because a lot of children freeze on tests. A couple of mine do.
I
So do
agree
you
with
think it's
that.
accurate?
That's a very loaded question. So one of the values that I bring to this space is that I have the ability to see like big picture, full picture, and see like the intersectionality of things. So you said a couple of things that stood out to me. Um, I think that everyone is smart. I think that unfortunately in our culture, we kind of prioritize competency and intelligence, but there's lots of different types of intelligence, and we really need to value that in our academic spaces. The second part, and this is in random order, the second part I heard is like kids being over tested, or they take a lot of tests. And I agree with you wholeheartedly. I think that kids are just saturated with standardized testing. I think a lot of the teachers are hyper focused, very fixated on kids doing well on tests, where they're teaching the test and not teaching critical thinking. They're not teaching analytical skills. Kids aren't necessarily retaining the information. And we definitely need to revisit how we're measuring intelligence. Like, there needs to be some sort of measurement um, and way to gauge if kids are learning. And we need to do that in a way that reflects that, not encourages regurgitation of information and memorization. And then another thing that I heard is that boys are really smart. I think that we need to encourage lots of different ways of teaching information. So neurodiversity, folks that are on the autism spectrum, etc. We need to be mindful that the brain works differently in different people. And we need to make sure that we're introducing lots of colorful modalities of introducing information, just like across the board. Not sure if that fully addresses your question because it was really loaded, but that's my response. Did I miss something? Like something that I didn't answer?
Oh, no, no, no. Your answer was fine. Your answer
Oh,
was fine. And I appreciate you taking points from what I said because I did say a lot. And
yes, you did. I can tell that was on your heart. It's on mine too. It
well,
is
it only came
definitely on
because
my
you
heart.
started speaking about literacy, and that's a big thing for me with
Yes, there are
adults
lots
and
of
children.
programs. Yes, there's lots of programs that exist in the district, specifically the cadet program and the firefighting program. And it was observed that folks would perform very well on the agility and the fitness. And then when it came to the writing piece and the comprehension, the scores weren't high enough in order for them to participate in the program, just statistically in terms of the level of participation compared to the amount of interest. And it was very much connected to the information and the statistics surrounding the ability to read and write. Like we definitely have a problem. Even now, as a fair elections candidate, I was door knocking in my community, getting folks that are unbanked or folks that would like to give cash donations to the campaign because I have to get 250 folks to donate. So I've been door knocking. I've been leaning on my neighbors. So if you guys are listening to this part, please go donate. It's urgently needed. The deadline is on Friday. But at any rate, to the initial point, I noticed that a lot of folks couldn't read or write on the application. I literally was pointing where they needed to make their signature or explicitly saying the letters. And that happened on more than one occasion. There was a gentleman that owned the corner store that now passed away. I was helping him pursue his GED. He didn't have the ability to read or write. And I think that's very powerful when you look at ethnic communities and minority communities, particularly ones that live communally, like my family. You might see them in the background at some point. My parents are here, my brother are here, and the niece and nephew will be coming in shortly. So we're a family of 6 in one space. Oh, I forgot the other niece, family of 7, 5-month-old sleeping. She might wake up. But at any rate, I say that to say when you have multi-generational families and you have grandparents, there might be academic gaps depending on if those people are well read or if they have the ability to read. So literacy is very important. It's something that we need to push with the same energy and intentionality of STEM, to make sure that we're addressing those foundational skills so that folks can have equitable experiences in DC.
I see that there's a slew of charter schools. How do you feel? How do you feel about that? Just the substantial amounts. I mean, like it's. Don't you have to have like a lottery or something to go to some of these schools?
Yes, we do have a lottery system. It's deeply troubling. My niece and nephew participated in the lottery school system. We live in Deanwood. They attend a school, Wilson and Tinley. It's a really demanding commute back and forth. I don't think that a lot of thought is given to the amount of time kids spend commuting, the lack of sleep to wake up early to get there, their inability to participate in after school activities, depending on the footing of the family, if they feel comfortable with the kids commuting back home, especially now when it gets dark very early. Kids are unchaperoned. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's very taxing on the kids, just energetically. When you commute, riding a bus and a train, do you feel like performing to do homework when you get home?
Heck no.
Nope,
I mean,
nope,
it's like
nope.
coming in from work. Do you feel like doing another thing? So
No.
energetically, emotionally, physically, it's a lot. It's very taxing. I would love for people to really be honest about why they feel the need to participate in the lottery system and then articulate that very loudly to people like myself that have the ability to write legislation, the ability to direct funds to local schools, neighborhood schools, so that they can feel confident about sending their child to a school that's in walking distance. And I think that it's really that simple. Like we need to invest and making sure that all schools are competitive and not ones that have proximity to the capital.
Very much so. You just touched on everything that I was getting ready to
Yeah,
ask.
I'm
That's
telling you, I
perfect.
was just getting ready to tell you
Yeah.
why people do that, and you answered as to why they do the lottery. So yeah, that's really cool. That's good.
So
Yes,
that means y'all
indeed.
voting for me in June.
Excuse me,
I wish I
we
could.
cannot give that information over this thing. We can talk on the outside of this
This is an
platform
endorsement.
here,
This
but
is
we
an
have to be
endorsement.
remain unbiased
I can
while we're
donate.
speaking to you.
I can donate. I can donate.
You-
I'm in,
He's not in the
I'm in PG
district. I'm
County.
in
I'm
the
a PG
district.
County boy. I'm a PG
Listen,
County boy.
if you live in the district, your contribution is matched by 5, and that's so impactful. That gives me the ability to pay for signage, literature, campaign swag, and get everyone as excited as I am about voting for Laniqua Dominique and people-centered policy. If you don't live in the district, guess what? You can still donate.
Send that money
And
in, baby.
I
it helps
got you.
me pay for staff to help support like this really, really, really big campaign. That's my brother.
Hey, there they go. There they go.
Hey, family. Hi.
So yeah, everybody. What I will do is, if you haven't peeped already, I'm gonna I'm gonna put the link in the feed. In actuality,
And
you ladies go
actually,
ahead and just.
Ms. Jenkins, you can tell them where to go donate to, and tell them of any events that's coming up. You know, if you would like to share that.
Sure. So I want to encourage everyone, excuse me, I want to encourage everyone to show up really big in 3 major ways. The first one is by donating. So I'm a fair elections candidate. I need at least 250 people to donate in order for me to qualify for this program. So make sure you donate. It can be as much as $5. The max is 100. I know that for some people it may be a reach, but I'm asking you to invest in this people power campaign. So that's the first thing you can do. You can go to the website and you can donate at jenkins4dc.com. Jenkins for DC? Yes, check that out. Please drop the hyperlink. The second way you can show up is by volunteering. I'm soliciting all hands on deck, canvassing, phone banking, texting, leveraging your social media, leveraging your social capital. Basically, that means tell your friends, tell your family, tell everyone you know. Don't assume that they know who you're voting for. Don't assume they know that the candidate that you support. Make sure you explicitly say, I'm voting for Laniqua Dominique Jenkins for at large. Here's why: environmental justice, affordable housing, people-centered policy, her emphasis on quality education and increasing literacy rates. Boom, 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 boom. All those things we kind of chatted about, right? And then the third thing you can do is definitely vote in June. So those are the 3 ways you can show up. Check me out at jenkinsfordc.com. You can vote. You can't vote. Sorry. You can donate. You can donate and you
You
can
can
sign
vote
up
in
about.
June.
You can vote in
But
June. Absolutely. We can't hear you.
You're muted. You're muted. He's sorry, you guys. He's sorry.
So I just dropped the hyperlink. I'm sorry, I was working, y'all. I'm sorry. Excuse me. It looks very confusing, but actually on the site it pulls your picture up and everything else. So the hyperlink is there. Um, I don't know what else to cover. And as far as environmental, because I do work for somebody that deals with the sewage systems and the waterways. I have to speak lightly. I can't give away everything, but there was an initiative that was going on earlier where we started penalizing buildings for green space. That was for permeable and trying to get rid of rainwater, help clean rainwater and everything, for the sewage and everything. When you say you mentioned, I think you mentioned the wasting of food. What kind of plan would you have in place to actually, are you talking about maybe it just being a food desert, or are you talking about how to eradicate food waste completely? Like try to, you know.
So those are really great questions. And you kind of touched on like all of that is environmental justice. It's a very
Mhm.
big topic. However, you touched on different features of environmental justice. So one feature you touched on is food insecurity, food desert, food swamp, and all of those things have different implications, but they all represent not having access to quality food, right? And that needs to be addressed, and that really needs to happen. And we see that proportionately in Ward 7 and 8. So that is something that I would like to give attention to, right? Another thing that you touched on, something I will give attention to, not I would like. Y'all gonna vote for me, I'm gonna address it. Okay. And then the second thing that you said was, what did you, oh, food waste. So yes, food waste is an issue. However, the number one contributor to pollution is construction. So I would like to see smart construction, smart development. With all the development that's happening, we need to have green legislation and a green thought process, the way that we're building buildings, right? And even the way we're taking down buildings and the way we're taking down homes. Like, can we create more jobs from that? Is it sustainable? Is it green? We need to be thinking about that. Like, that needs to be our filter whenever we do something. And in regards to food waste, the mayor actually has this on her platform under the Zero Waste website, where some schools have the ability to compost and they have to organize getting the compost picked up. I think that's great, but I would like to infuse like a little bit more seasoning on that idea. I would love for schools to have to compost. I think that organic scrapping and composting should just happen. I don't understand why it doesn't just happen. Reciprocals and recycling bins should be present. And I don't think that schools should have to take on the lift of organizing trash pickup or paying for trash pickup. So I think that needs to be kind of embedded into the legislation. So basically, I would like to see zero waste, and I would love to see like full circle, full completion of like these ideas surrounding green policy. So I hope that answers your question. If not, can you repackage it in a way that I so that I can get it?
Well, the company, the
Put it,
company,
repackage it in glass though.
the company
Okay.
that I, the company that I work for, they just so happen to use the biosolids from the waste of the nation's capital. And they actually, when we were at React Radio, there was a young lady. What was her name again? That used to do the gardens out back.
Oh, gosh.
I got her
Oh
name
my
that
gosh, I
quick.
forgot
But
her
anyway,
name.
she used to actually go, and it was some type of program that was going on where we would actually, well, they would actually give them the biosolids so that people could replant. Um, Something like that. I definitely, I'll see if I can, if you when you get in office, I'm gonna link with you and I'm gonna see if I can, yeah, we can make that happen, because I think that
I
that's
would
more of a.
no, I would say I would love for that to happen. I think that DC is designed a bit differently. So when we think about greener examples, we think of, communities that are less dense. So whenever we do like composting and wormicide and things like that, we have to think about rodents. So that's like a huge issue. Like, will this attract rats? Will this attract et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? But there are smart ways to do it, and there are ways to incorporate it in our community and really normalize it. Folks think that having a green lifestyle or having a compostable lifestyle is like a big lift, and it's really not. If we have recycling bins in communities, if we have composting sites, peppered through our community, if we are intentional about the products that we buy, if schools are mindful of what they're purchasing, is this biodegradable, is this recyclable, like we already start thinking through that framework, then we can definitely reduce waste and like the stress that we're causing on the planet and the environment.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah,
I
the
was
recycling is a big thing. Yeah,
I was
especially
on
in the
my
complex. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was on my way to work the other day, and the news crews was out. I think it was New Jersey Avenue, and they had fenced up an area where there were a bunch of tents, and I think that there was people occupying a park. It was over there by the fire department over there, right off of New Jersey and was it New Jersey and New York Avenue? Right? No, Massachusetts Avenue. Excuse me. Um, how do you feel about the state of homelessness in Washington D.C.?
Hmm. That's big. It needs to urgently be addressed. Sorry, like if you see me swipe, the
You're
kids are
popular.
sending text messages. They're getting off getting off the train, saying they're gonna get ready to come in. So forgive me for like swiping up. So at any rate, sorry, I'm an overperforming aunt. They're gonna come in with homework. Um, sorry. I
It's
don't want to
okay.
address it, but let me bring it in. So in terms of homelessness, our unhoused neighbors, like that's urgent. It needs to be prioritized. I think that it's very transparent the direction that DC is walking, and it's very concerning. If we wanted unhoused neighbors to be housed, they would be housed. If we wanted unhoused neighbors to have their encampments pushed over, then we would be pushing them over. And I think that DC is a very wealthy place, and we definitely have the resources to house folks, and we need to prioritize that. Um, I mean, it's that clean, it's that simple, and that's what needs to happen. I think that we need to be mindful of lots of different lived experiences and not create blanket legislation or operate from assumptions. And we need to really look at this situation in particular
Mhm.
from a grassroots, bottom up type of scenario.
Mhm.
Some folks are unhoused. Why are they unhoused? Are they choosing to be? Is there mental illness? Is there generational poverty? It's across the board what the root causes could be, but we definitely need to start creating legislation and policy to address those varied roots. And we need to start getting people housed.
Beautiful.
Point blank, period. Like we're a wealthy place, we're in a position to do it. And I think that most people in the district are very compassionate and would love to see unhoused neighbors housed permanently, not placed in a hotel. A hotel is not permanent housing, and there's like a lot of value and security um, that comes from being in a fixed place.
Mm. Phoenix.
Oh no, I was just gonna actually she actually touched on the unhoused, which I like the fact that that's what you call them, because that's a really great name. But I was gonna say a lot of a lot of people don't want housing. A great deal of them, like you said, want to be unhoused, and that may have something to do with mental illness. It may not. But a great thing will also, like with the legislation, not just having one, like you said, straight away answer. What do you do with the ones with the people who choose to stay? So
I
that would
think
be, I think, something that should be talked about as well.
it should be. And I think that honestly, I don't have all the answers when it comes to that because it's
Oh no, I
very,
wasn't looking for an
no,
answer.
no, no, no.
I'm just
I'm
putting
just
that
saying,
bug in your ear. Put that
yeah,
out there. Okay.
yeah. So, it's like I said, it's very varied, and people land in different positions in life for a lot of different reasons. Some people are choosing to be unhoused, rather they enjoy living like a close to nature lifestyle, or rather it be they have a disdain towards shelters, or they feel like the shelters are unsafe, or if they're unhygienic. Like there's lots of different reasonings there, but I think that the first step is definitely listening. I mean, there's a lot of theories and ideas that a lot of people that are in a position to write policy that can create change, and they're operating from their own definitions. And I think an honest and healthy starting place would be having conversations with folks who the legislation will directly impact. It doesn't have to be brain surgery. It just has to be people centered, people focused. Now let's move forward. And I think that a lot of folks that have this sphere of influence don't want to do the work of doing that.
Mm. That's very true. Phoenix, you were saying?
Oh no, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna say thank you for your honesty and your willingness to listen, and your willingness to put out there how you feel about this, and that is a big thing that people in office, they actually work for the constituents of the district or any area. And how can you get anything fixed without listening to them? So I really appreciate you, and I appreciate you making it known that that was needs to be done.
Oh,
So
thank you. I appreciate you saying that.
And of course, long time no speak. But unfortunately, it is time for our show to come to an end. Now, of course, Laniqua, Dominique Jenkins. Where can they find you at? One more again.
Well, all of my socials are Laniqua Dominique Jenkins, Jenkins for DC. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Check me out at jenkinsfordc.com. Make sure you donate. If you're not in a position to donate, I totally understand. Make sure you tell a friend, volunteer, sign up, get excited about the campaign, and make sure you vote Laniqua Dominique Jenkins for at-large city council in June.
I will be donating ASAP. All right. Thank
All
you
right, I'm
for
gonna
coming on
look
the
for your
show.
name. It's gonna say TIMO.
No. It's gonna be the other name.
It's gonna
You'll be
say
looking for a
Blue
long
Phoenix
time.
in Heels. I'm gonna be looking for that as well. Blue Phoenix and Heel. I'm gonna look.
Oh, that's not my name originally, so you're not gonna.
It's all good. So
But speaking
definitely,
of the Blue Phoenix that heals, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at the Blue Phoenix Heals.
and of course, you can find me on all platforms, GI Mo. As simple as that. Thank you again, Laniqua. And it has been both sides of the coin, y'all.
Good night.
Deuces.